So, Pepos, this is your first video. You voted for it. It is called What Faking Cancer Looks Like from the channel Firm. I told you that I like the channel. I have no idea what we're gonna watch, but I thought the title is interesting, so let's go, I guess.
It's the 10th of August.
Is it loud enough? Could be
A
louder
large
for
crowd
me.
of One Direction fans are waiting outside the Natural History Museum in.
Is it loud enough? Let's go do a quick check. Number of wielding. Good job. I wonder how faking cancer is like. Definitely stupid idea. Absolutely stupid idea. I think Lina could be louder. What? The video audio is fine. Okay, the video audio was the thing. Gishin, if I get some free time from the store, I will use it for making content. GG.
London.
Alrighty, let's see.
Today, Lewis Tomlinson is hosting a charity.
Hello, Moya. Charity event. Let's see. Did you break it? I should take it. You did break it. I will take it away. No shit, Moya. Moya, I want to upload this on YouTube and you break the thing, so I have to fix my tech. And Moya, what is this behavior? How dare you? How dare you? Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Peekaboo. Unbelievable. I hope you have a good day, Moya. I hope you have a good day because you're using all your karma for this. Thank you, Zolti.
Event at the museum. The Cinderella Ball.
Oh.
He has brought along his bandmate Liam Payne and his mom
Thank
to
you,
raise money
Kishin.
for terminally ill children. These children and their families are going through an incredibly hard time. They spend a lot of hours in hospitals because of their illnesses.
The poor
But
kids.
today, at the Cinderella Ball, it is going to be a magical and unforgettable evening for them. Dressed in beautiful dresses and suits, they have already walked the red carpet and are.
Is it safe though? Is it like in terms of medical, like from a medical perspective? Is it safe for them? I mean, I don't think they would be allowed to go if doctors wouldn't approve it, but I wonder what kind of risks you have if you are so, like if your body is so strained and then you go to an event like this with so many people, right? Can be dangerous, no?
Are now eagerly waiting for the One
Good
Direction
job,
stars
Stoda.
inside. The ball is a huge success. Everyone has a good time. It's
That's
hosted
nice.
by a British charity organization. Believe in Magic. The charity
Wasn't that like a kind of big charity too? It kind of rings a bell.
was founded in 2011 by the then 16-year-old Megan Barry and her mother Jean. Megan understands the needs of terminally ill children. Since the age of 13, she has been seriously ill herself.
Never heard.
And had numerous surgeries and hospital visits.
Oh no.
Then she was diagnosed with brain cancer. She decided to help all those children like her and founded Believe in Magic.
Okay. I mean,
At the event, both
how much strength you have to have, like you're like in such a condition or like it's such a phase of your life, and then you're like, hell nah, I will make a charity.
Tomlinson and his mom have nothing but good things to say about Megan, Jean, and their work.
The charity is absolutely incredible.
Anyone here that knows Jean and Meg and Believe in Magic will need no introduction to their kindness. These two ladies are the charity. No admin,
Oh, am I too big, by the way?
no advertising department, they do everything themselves. Very
Wow.
simply, they just want the children of the charity to have some magic and have some experiences.
Okay, the standpoint right now, really nice. It's a lot of mental strength as well. Absolutely. So for now, because remember the title, right? But for now, sounds really good.
Megan and Jean sure seem like incredible people.
One scroll smaller.
But are they? What if they are lying?
Oh.
Is Megan really as ill as she claims that she is?
What
But Wait, don't you get a diagnosis from a real doctor? How can you fake that?
If Megan doesn't actually have cancer?
Maybe Meg and Jean are just spending it on themselves. What's going on?
What if she and her mom are stealing donations? A small group of people on the internet suspects just that. They find more and more clues that the mother and daughter are scamming people. But no one believes them. That's not stopping them though. They will come after Megan and Jean for years, hacking them, setting a PI
Hacking
on
them
their tracks.
even.
And one day, Megan is dead. Supporters will say she got hounded to death by these online bullies.
An angry, jealous, bitter internet troll.
What happened here? Who is telling the truth? And who isn't?
We think we know the story. We think we've heard about this amazing woman who started a charity and then sadly died of a brain tumor. That's not what happened. Something else has happened here.
This is the case of Belief in Magic.
What introduction is that, please? This is like a blockbuster. This is what I like about Fern. They like make their videos as if you watch like a cinema movie, basically. By the way, I know the graphics might like it is insane how improved they became over the last 2 years. This is not AI made, okay? I just want to clarify. They don't work with AI. They have specific editors and graphic makers who do all of these animations and stuff. Just to be clear about it, because they also have to advertise it under every new video because they're getting accused of using AI for all those things. But it's a crazy intro. Let's see. Let's see about the Believe in Magic thing.
Hey, Mrs. Smith, your bank account has been breached. Could you please answer the following questions so we can reset your account? What's your social security number?
Scams do not always include celebrities, a charity for ill children, and colorful wristbands. A simple phishing mail or call might be enough to lure you into an elaborate scheme.
Never mind.
But how do those scammers get your data in the first place? So-called data brokers gather all the
since the video is 2 years old, I think we are okay skipping it. If it's a recent video, I wouldn't skip the ads to support them.
Brilliant episodes for the BBC.
And this is
Be
their
sure
own.
to check them out. You
I
can
think
also find
a
Jamie on
podcast. They
Instagram.
also work for it. Yeah. Definitely not pulling any punches. So.
Megan Barry was born in 1995 in the south of England in Guildford. She's the youngest in her family, with 4 older half-siblings from her mom Jean's first marriage. Her parents separate when she's a child.
Okay.
Megan ends up living alone with her mom as her older siblings have already moved out. She lives a normal life, at least for a while.
When Megan is 13 years old, she wakes up in this sort of agonizing pain. She's sick, she can't see properly, she sort of tells the world that she's been rushed to hospital where they diagnose her with something called idiopathic intracranial hypertension.
That's a rare brain condition where the fluid around the brain, the cerebrospinal fluid, doesn't drain properly. This leads to increased pressure inside the skull.
I can't even imagine the pain. I hate migraines already. How must that be?
Patients experience severe headaches and vision problems. Megan starts blogging about her hospital treatments and doctor appointments. She leaves school and has to undergo numerous medical procedures.
Well, I've had 24 operations in the last few years. Wow.
Megan is not too sick to watch TV though. And around that time, 5 young men meet as contestants on X Factor. They end up forming.
He looked so young. Look at Gordon, man. Yeah, 24 operations is insane. Look at young Gordon. That is Gordon. No, he just looks like Gordon Ramsay in young.
A boy band.
Is One Direction!
Megan,
he looks like
so
Gordon.
many teens around the world, is a huge fan.
I hope it is.
In March 2011, a dream comes true for her. The band is on tour and performs at the O2 Arena in London.
Oh, look, is this or this one Justin Bieber? Or this one? Those 3 look the same. This one has a little bit more windy hairstyle, but those 2 are twins.
After the show, Megan gets to meet the boys along with other ill children.
Gordon in an alternative universe.
I
really don't know. I really don't. I don't listen to him. I don't think that's he looks like Gordon.
Much worse. In April 2011,
yeah,
her
2011.
mother Jean announces that her daughter has a brain tumor.
Oh no.
Instead of falling into despair, Megan and Jean set up their own charity, Believe in Magic, to help ill children.
And I've been in and out of hospital and seen so many other very poorly children. And I just sort of realised how much that you miss out on when you're poorly and how much the other children are going through. And
then it was Gordon. Oh my god, it was Gordon.
Back and to be able to be children again.
Megan is just 16 at the time. She and her mom are looking for support and turn to One Direction. The band members are touched by Megan's...
Look how Twitter looked like back then. This is OG Twitter. This is just nostalgia. I'm so sorry I'm giggling so much with this very serious topic.
story and start supporting her charity.
Oh boy.
They start wearing Believe in Magic wristbands.
Aww, that's
Fans
sweet though.
immediately jump at the purple accessory and
that's very
squeeze
sweet.
it in between the others. Other celebrities also start supporting Believe in Magic. But the relationship with One Direction remains special.
Hi, it's Louis from One Direction. We've been working with Believe in Magic now for a few years, and we think Meg and the team
I know, Para. I know.
Donate below.
Harry Styles' stepfather gets his chest hair waxed for Believe in Magic in July 2012.
Harry Styles' mum even climbed Mount Kilimanjaro to raise money for Believe in Magic. That's how sort of close they were.
And in 2015, Louis Tomlinson hosts the Cinderella Ball with his mom. Megan and Jean look incredibly happy that evening.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Their
it's like a huge success,
is an enormous success. They fulfill wishes and gift trips to Disneyland or VIP tickets for a Chelsea match.
I mean, like, I'm still waiting for the plot twist because right now, yes, poor Megan, right? But the how much strength they took to make this and make people's lives better for now is really nice. So I'm just sitting here like, where's the plot twist? Why, you know? Just don't know where to go with my emotions.
Some children are even invited to Buckingham Palace to decorate the Christmas tree.
Holy moly.
All the children were given beautiful handmade dresses that were made by whoever made the bridesmaids' dresses for Kate and William.
Despite Megan's illness, she and her mom do everything they can to make the children happy. Megan even receives an award from the then British Prime Minister David Cameron. He praises Megan's courage to fight for the fulfillment of others' dreams despite her own illness. He calls her an inspiration to us all.
Like, before the plot twist now comes, at some point, the parents use Meg for money. Maybe. Who knows?
Meanwhile, though, Megan's health seems to be getting worse and worse.
Okay.
According to Jean, she has to take over 100 pills a day.
I would die. I can't even take my supplements. No, I didn't take them today. If you're even asking, no, I didn't. I struggle with 5. How is it to take 100 for your brain condition? That's insane.
Fewer injections and cope with continuous pain, numerous hospital stays, surgeries. In fact, she is so unwell that Megan and Jean have to repeatedly ask the Believe in Magic community for money.
Okay.
For example, in 2012, when Megan needs special treatment at Boston Children's Hospital in the US.
The message is, Megan has helped everyone. Megan has given up her life trying to raise money for others. It's now time to help Megan back.
3 years later follows another appeal. Help save Megan. Jean announces that Megan's brain tumor has worsened. Megan requires proton beam therapy in the US, and they need about $180,000 for it. The fundraising goal is reached in just 33 hours.
Imagine reaching so much money in 33 hours. Don't tell me they took. Also, 317 donations. Hold on. Hold my calculator. So that's an average of almost $400 per person. No, is it? I can't math anymore. It is. Roughly.
But then Jean posts an update that Megan's tumor is much worse even than they thought. It has, in her words, developed tentacles which have wrapped itself around one of the two main arteries in Meg's brain and the primary blood supply to her brain.
Okay.
As a result, the surgeons couldn't operate and had to cancel the proton beam therapy. Then a third appeal in 2016. Hashtag Meg's turn for magic. Once again, a huge wave of donations come in.
Jesus
They
Christ.
really are struggling and feeling very alone. Meg has come very close to losing her life several times over the past few weeks.
Good job, good job.
A woman in England reads these fundraising appeals, and she is growing increasingly skeptical. What she uncovers completely turns the story upside down.
Okay, I'm ready for the plot twist. I am ready. Are you ready? Wait, if they had to cancel the treatment, well, shouldn't there be a big chunk of money still be left untouched? I don't know. It's America. Like, okay, Americans, do you have to, if you are receiving, let's say you are on the list for surgery, and you have to pay a lot of money for that surgery, do you have to pay full price up front, or how is that going? It's no, she had the surgery in the UK, in America, because it's like a specific proton something. Aside from anything that is shown right now, I wasn't expecting on Gordon Ramsay. That's okay, Kishine. All good, all good. So if you are in the US and you have to, if it get cancelled, you get your money back though. Aha! Proton beam treatment. Thank you, Bulba. So if you have a surgery and it doesn't happen, you get the money back. Okay. But yeah, then they should have $120,000. If it's something that's cancelled midway, I don't see why you should have paid full price. You only pay after the surgery. I see. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know, because like I just know it's very expensive, the overall medical part. So it's good to just have people to ask. Let's go to chapter 2, which is Don't Believe. And I'm ready for the plot twist now.
Joanna Ashcroft first met Megan at a Believe in Magic event.
So the Joanna woman is the one who is suspicious that everything is how it is, basically. She's like, she has concerns. She
herself has a son who was diagnosed with neuroblastoma in 2011.
Oh.
That's a cancer of the nervous system. At the time, she also had to organize a fundraiser to finance her son's treatment.
Okay.
But after reading Megan and Jean's fundraising appeals, she is left with a strange gut feeling.
To me, it just all sounded very, very strange. And as I'm reading, I'm trying to see where she's been treated, who a doctor is, where the hospital is, and there was no information.
Okay.
She shares her concerns with a group of friends, other parents of children with neuroblastoma.
And they start to wonder, is Megan really as ill as she claims that she is? And they weren't convinced.
They are cautious though.
I mean, who asks someone with a serious brain condition to prove that they're ill? I mean, and if you're wrong about it, you're the worst person on the internet. It's terrible.
It's a very, very delicate question to ask in such a moment, especially if it's getting worse and all the time.
But when she sees
Dr.
Believe in
Housewood.
Magic's latest appeal for donations in the end of August
Thank
2016,
you for your
Joanna is certain something here can't be right. So she writes a message.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're wrong, the internet will punish you for having such accusations, right?
To the Facebook group Meg's Turn for Magic to find out which hospital Megan is being treated in.
Hi, I'd love to send Megan something, just like she sends all the poorly children. Which hospital do I send it to?
Good sneaky question.
Reply, thanks so much, but Megan's at 3 different hospitals at the moment, so it's very, very difficult.
Under the pseudonym Sarah Smith, she writes to a supporter listing the inconsistencies in Megan's story.
Do you have any evidence that Megan is seriously ill? Oh, Sarah, I don't even know what to say. I can't for 1 second believe they're not being truthful.
Many people saw with their own eyes how much medication Megan had to take and how badly she was doing. These supporters have no doubts about her condition.
Oh, really?
Meanwhile,
I didn't
Megan's
know that.
state
Unlucky.
of health is supposedly getting
That's horrible,
even
though.
worse. She's on constant oxygen and has multiple infections, they say. In short, it doesn't look good. But none of it adds up for Joanna and her friends. One of them is a bit of a hacker.
They send an email to Jean, but they've embedded a piece of code in the email that will reveal her location.
As soon as Jean opens it, they will know.
Don't open weird emails, Pippos. Don't open weird emails, please.
Where Megan and Jean are. And jackpot. Megan is not in a hospital, so ill that her supporters are incredibly worried about her. She's at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida.
Imagine saying on the internet you have cancer and you're at Disneyland. Jesus Christ.
To be exact, in Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge.
There's no way that anybody with a child who is that sick would be in a Disney resort. So I rang the Kidani there and then without really thinking it through. And they put me through to the room and Jean answered. So I said,
Hi, can I speak to Megan, please?
And she said, sorry? I said, is Megan there, please? She said, who's calling? She's asleep at the moment.
All right, I'll ring back, thank you.
And I put the phone down.
She calls again.
Is Megan awake yet?
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to scream
Megan's
though.
not here.
Just type normally.
Megan's seriously unwell. Megan's in hospital. I said, oh, so you're not in Disney? And she said, no, I'm not in Disney. Megan's in hospital. Who is this? And then...
But she did... The woman called your Disney room and you picked it up. What should be an excuse? She just wanted her last wish to be there, probably.
I put the phone down.
Jean and Megan deny any wrongdoing. According to them, they are at Disney World, but their hotel room supposedly has been converted into a hospital room. Joanna doesn't believe any of it. This has to be a massive scam. She contacts the charity commission.
Because previously on social media, they said that she is on a breathing machine and being transported between 3 different specialty hospitals for her brain tumor, Darim. But the email she opened was in Disneyland in Florida.
Doctors and the police.
Bye-bye, Jonathan.
But no one
Good
takes
job.
action. She and her friends don't give up though. When a new opportunity arises to uncover Jean and Megan's apparent scam, they seize it. For her special treatments, Megan can only travel to the US and back by ship. Commercial airplanes are not an option due to her brain tumor. The pressure in them is too high. The group learns that Megan and Jean are returning to England. They usually sail on the luxury ocean liner Queen Mary II. So
on a luxury cruiser. Why does it have to be a luxury cruiser you're using traveling between England and America? That's weird. Yeah, but this is expensive, Bulba.
So Joanna and friends check the sailing
The
times.
tickets are not
The cruise
cheap.
ship has just left New York and is heading towards Southampton. The group hires a private detective. They want to know, how bad is Megan's condition really?
Slow as hell.
According to Jean's updates, she should be in a wheelchair. Also,
Megan's going to have an oxygen tank with her.
Also, what do they do? I mean, they have probably a medical team on the ship, yeah, but with someone with brain tumor, like such a rare brain tumor too, I don't think a normal ship medical ship team is enough to help her if something happens, right?
The Queen Mary II has just
Interesting.
arrived. Guests are leaving the ship. The hired private detective is at the dock, observing the scene.
Thank you,
More
Bobo.
and more people pass by. Finally, he spots the two women he was looking for. He writes in his report, Megan and Jean are observed exiting the arrivals area. He snaps a picture.
There they are.
Where there was no oxygen tank with her, she wasn't in a wheelchair. In fact, there were porters there that helped people to move their luggage, and Meg and Jean just walked past them, pushing bags and bags and bags, like huge bags, to their car.
The private detective also observes they are talking and laughing with each other. Megan doesn't seem to be doing half as badly as Jean claimed.
Megan does look like she's overweight. She's not
Maybe
doesn't look the
Pixel.
healthiest, but she does not look like someone who just a few days before was knocking on death's door.
Jamie Bartlett has seen the receipts from Megan's and Jean's stay at Disney World.
Over a 5 or 6 month period, Megan and Jean had spent tens of thousands of dollars at Disney World, Florida.
Tens and thousands of dollars at Disney World, Florida. Without an oxygen tank.
Money that they had raised for this life-threatening condition that Megan apparently had.
Joanna's group is now absolutely certain.
That it's
Megan
a scam.
is lying about having brain cancer. Joanna notifies the authorities and in December 2016 opens a Facebook group. The Truth About Megan and Jean.
Okay.
She even travels to London and presents her research on Believe in Magic to the Charity Commission. In February 2017, the commission initiates an investigation.
Oh.
The group is reassured. They have done everything possible to uncover the fraud. They are convinced it's just a matter of time before Megan and Jean's scam is exposed by the authorities.
All the money, man.
But just a year later, on March 28th, 2018, Megan is dead. She passed away at the age of 23 at the National Hospital for Neurology and Neurosurgery in London.
Interesting. The truth. Let's see.
The Believe in Magic community is shocked. Supporters, parents of ill children who were supported by the charity mourn Megan and remember what a great person she was.
Do you know what would be suspicious now? To ask for more donations again for whatever like aftermath costs there might be, basically. That would be so suspicious that I would, Monty-chan, I think that would lead a funeral donation or something like that. Yeah.
I can't explain that enough.
And that's horrible, Para.
What an amazing human being she was. She really was. She had more sympathy and love for people than I'd ever met anybody before. She got on with children so well, really well. It was beautiful to see.
Because she was like a fairy godmother to these children. That's how she was. That's how these children, very ill children, saw her.
Some Believe in Magic supporters blame Joanna Ashcroft and her friends for Megan's death. They allegedly hounded Megan and destroyed her life.
From what Meg used to say was this woman was a pain in the arse. She was very demanding. She started up this, I'd call it a witch hunt.
Bewilderment, anger and grief dominate the community. They lost Megan, the young woman who did so much for them. So,
I mean, I still understand that she did a lot of things, right? She did a lot of things for the kids. But if they fraud away hundreds of thousands of dollars for whatever.
So, did Megan Barry have cancer or not? Her body was examined after her death, and according to the forensic pathologist, Megan's brain was morphologically normal. No swelling, no high pressure, and no trace of a brain tumor.
Megan Barry did not die because of a brain tumour.
Okay.
There was no evidence that she had a brain tumour or any brain abnormality. What she died of at 23 years old was an acute cardiac arrhythmia, that's sort of irregular heartbeat, which was caused by liver disease.
It's a natural death, but very unusual for a 23-year-old. This poses so many new.
Interesting. But just because you did some good things doesn't make the bad thing you're doing go away. Absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Questions. Why did such a young person die of heart failure? Why did she lie about having brain cancer? Why did the lie go unnoticed for so long? And what about all the medication people saw her take?
Smarties.
There once was a German
What the fuck?
nobleman. He was known as the Baron of Lies because he would always tell crazy, fantastical stories of his adventures. His name was Hieronymus Karl Friedrich Freiherr von Münchhausen. He's the namesake of a psychological disorder.
I was about to say the Münchhausen syndrome.
The Münchhausen syndrome.
Yeah.
Where people intentionally fake an illness. They make up symptoms and present them very dramatically. Sometimes they might try to get sick on purpose. They go from doctor to doctor, describing their fabricated or self-induced complaints for attention, pity, or even money. Could that be the reason why Megan claimed to have brain?
Wait, isn't there also another illness where basically the parent is making the kids sick because the parents want the attention?
Hatchlings,
and like the...
I'm here to inform you that there are some ads
What was
coming
that
up
name
soon.
again? It has a different name though, no? Like Münchhausen is if you do it yourself. It is also Münchhausen by proxy. Hello Archie, good evening. Okay. I thought it had a different name. So it's like Münchhausen is both when your parents do it, or when you yourself do that. Or it was the mother, who knows?
Cancer.
Ah, I see. Thank you, Pixel.
She especially loved one member of One Direction, Harry Styles.
She was absolutely obsessed with One Direction, completely in love with Harry Styles. I think she changed her Twitter to Meg Styles or something like that.
Oh boy.
She wouldn't stop talking about them.
When Megan first met One Direction in 2011, she was supposedly dealing with idiopathic intracranial hypertension. It causes discomfort, but usually it's not life-threatening. Though only a few weeks after that encounter, she suddenly claimed to have a brain tumor.
Yeah, there are so many people trying to get One Direction's attention online at the time. But if you're extremely...
I'm not gonna lie, this is a different level of being parasocial. Thank you, Idney.
Smile.
This is a different level of being parasocial. You're faking an illness to try to get the attention of a boy band group or a specific member of the boy band group. Interesting.
unwell, you're more likely to
parasocial final boss.
Ever since she claimed to have brain cancer, she became famous and had regular contact with her favorite stars.
Really,
But
Para?
that's not the full answer.
I mean, that's fair. Or like also that people try to get attention that they're saying they want to leave the world, basically. And they are just like DMing people and trying to reach out somewhere somehow, just for like out of despair, being lonely, basically. Don't do that. Seek therapy.
And Jean said,
get help.
Oh, Natalie, all you need to know is the sicker Meg is, the more attention we get, the more money we make.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people realise how dangerous she is, how manipulative she is,
how
the
much of an effect she's had on people.
There's
the sister said that about her.
Condition related to Munchausen syndrome, known as Munchausen by proxy, or fabricated or induced illness by carers. It's a rare form of child abuse where a parent tries to convince doctors that their child is ill. In addition to lying about the child's symptoms and diagnoses, it can also involve intentionally causing illnesses. Sometimes the parents are aware of their behavior.
Very
Sometimes
fair and
they're
lucky.
not. The parent's behavior can also make the respective child firmly believe it is in fact ill. You might remember Megan had several half-siblings. On Jamie's podcast, they talk about their own childhood and how it was to live with Jean.
Oh.
In our kitchen, we had an oak table, like a farmhouse table, and we had above it some cupboards. 4 of us would sit around the table, and every time we'd sit down for dinner, we'd play this game because there would always be a tin that would roll off the top of the cupboard and nearly hit us on the head. Jean wanted one of us to have an accident, and for us, that doesn't seem unusual or far-fetched.
Wait, she places a tin can so it on purpose falls onto one of the kids? How cursed is that? Hello, Nya. There's been a few I've seen attention seekers in VTubers chats lying that my dog just got run over, or that this is the parent my son just leave the world, stuff like that. I don't understand why you try to seek out attention for it. Like, I get that people are lonely, yeah. I get that, but this is not the way. This is not the way. It is also, first of all, it doesn't belong into a chat. It also not in like any DM or anything like that. That's for some. There's a reason why mine are closed, right? And it also, like, if you struggle with something, you should go, and even if it's loneliness, you should go and seek out for some kind of help. It's usually the thing of the parents using kids' trust to make them believe they're ill in some manner. I see. Horrible though. Why you do that to your kid?
Explains what she was like.
They seem to have the memory that Jean somehow reveled in her children being unwell. That she liked the attention,
Daniel, yeah.
She enjoyed the drama. She got to be seen as the heroic caregiver.
One of the daughters had kidney issues when she was 9. Jean's solution? Giving her cups of salty bovril.
And that's the last thing you should ever do.
Kidney issue and then giving salt? You should give water. help the kidneys filter and everything. Absolutely. There's some movie, I don't know what it's called, but it explores the topic. Oh, thank you, Pixel. What's water? That's what's in my bottle, and I will drink it.
If you have those kinds of conditions,
you would know as an adult that giving cups of very salty drinks to a child who's got kidney problems is bad. There was 4 of us, all within a couple of years of each other. They didn't get bovril, only I got bovril. So was it a deliberate thing?
According to the sisters, whenever someone they knew was sick or injured, Megan would suddenly fall ill with a similar condition. At this point, they were already grown up, and Megan lived alone with Jean. When the newborn niece needed oxygen tanks, Jean suddenly announced that Megan in America also relied on oxygen tanks. If the half-brother had crutches due to a knee injury, Megan also had them shortly after. When the half-sister had sepsis, Megan...
She used the other siblings to make up shit for Megan. Hello, Apple. Oh, no.
was suddenly hospitalized for sepsis too.
I'm going to predict this is going to happen next. And then we'd like put little bets on it and we'd be like, yes, we got it right.
Megan was just 13 years old when she supposedly got ill. Her entire teenage years were marked by doctor visits and surgeries. Her whole life revolved around her supposed illness.
From a very young age, Megan was kind of encouraged and indulged to be a very unwell person. So rather than, as most
absolutely,
parents would do, You encourage your child to be healthy, and if they are unwell, get them over it as quickly as possible. This was the opposite.
She took a lot of meds, including opioids. Doctors noted opioid-seeking behavior in her, and always by her side was her mother. Jean was the one who often posted the fundraising appeals, and she was also the one who first mentioned Megan's brain tumor in a Twitter post.
Part of the motivation here seems to have been to become a celebrity, to meet celebrities, to meet One Direction, to become this hero that could then look after other kids, because they...
We should put that movie on the watch list, actually. Do you have the... If you have the name... Oh, it's called Run, came out 2020.
were able to help a lot of children. A lot of children got a lot of benefit from the work Megan and Jean did. And I think they enjoyed
and that
doing
is still
that
good, but
children.
still.
I believe that's why the charity came about and why the charity was started, to get the attention of One Direction.
Later, a special review was conducted into Megan's death.
Despite there being no formal diagnosis of FII in this case, the presentation and coroner's conclusion lead all involved to think it was likely to have been FII.
California. We're watching how...
Belief in magic...
Wait, what faking cancer looks like.
was investigated in 2017. It was found that charity money had been transferred into Jean's personal bank account and 100,000...
Oh, it's not a UK thing, Darren. We also have it's like chicken broth cubes or vegetable broth cubes, basically similar. Just the cubes are a bit more dry than a beef paste.
Pounds were unaccounted for. In August 2020, Believe in Magic was closed down. Jamie and his team tried to locate Jean. They tracked her all the way to France and back to the UK, but to no avail.
And Jean never ever responded to us until right at the very...
I mean, you can technically just drink it. Did the mother get sued? Chased at least.
Very end, just before we were about to publish, where she sent us a sort of blurry picture of a brain scan and said, look, this is proof that Megan really did have a brain tumor. How dare you question me? And she, of course, denied everything, denied that she'd ever wanted to harm Megan.
Of course she denies everything.
She lied about it.
What about Disney World in Florida?
In the end, we may never get...
So basically the mother manipulated and gaslighted Megan as a kid subconsciously into Munchausen syndrome and pocketed the money. Sounds for now like it, yeah.
The answers to this case. But hopefully the story of Megan Barry can help to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Munchausen syndrome by proxy, or as we call it now, FII in the UK, is not just something that can happen to small children. You can be an adult and still be heavily under the influence of your parents or a caregiver. And that is something that the NHS here in the UK has now recognised and is starting to put out more guidance about this problem. Partly, I think, as a result of this case.
Yeah, maybe that the case brought like a new kind of information about the Munchausen by proxy, right? That was an insane video, though. Yeah, don't fake brain cancer. The conclusion: just don't be an asshole. Don't be an ass. Essential suggestion. Thank you, Pixel. Very informative. Very let's say thrilling. It's the sad part is that this was not a fake movie. It was a real thing. Yeah, don't fake injuries, and also don't try to slide into DMs to people with your Munchausen. Don't be a POS. POS? What is POS? Don't be an ass. That's crazy though, to think she did end up dying, but it wasn't from anything she said. Yeah. Oh. I see. I hope you like the video. Should we watch something more funny now? Like as a counter?